This time, we're in Scotland, and for me, it's a kind of homecoming, as I used to live in this beautiful part of the world.
Well, I remember, Dave, I used to ride up to the Highlands to see you, and the journey, the people and the places, well, it never disappointed.
And of course, the food. It's changed so much over the years, which is going to make our challenge of finding new producers even more fascinating.
We're starting in Glasgow, before heading off across to the west, where we'll find some of the most scenic suppliers in the whole of Scotland.
It's a journey that takes us from stunning coastline to natural wonders to the red deer of the Ayrshire countryside. Our destination is the bustling, multicultural hub that is Shawlands.
It's a few miles south of the River Clyde and is an area that has enjoyed something of a regeneration in recent years.
We're meeting Julie, who runs one of the city's most exciting and exclusive street food cafes, providing a truly unique cooking experience.
My mum is from Malaysia, my dad is from Scotland. He's a Glasgow boy through and through. The dishes that we cook in the restaurant are a real hybrid of using Scottish ingredients. Like we've got Scottish crab, but we'll use Singapore flavours behind it, or Malaysian flavours behind it. Got your Hong Kong French toast here. And then we've also got traditional dishes like nasi lemak, which is Malaysia's national dish. And I try and make it an exact kind of half of traditional dishes versus things that we've kind of learned here and also adapted to suit the flavours that we have around us.
And Julie's fusion menu is a big hit with her customers.
Cooking in the restaurant now gives me a bit of a buzz, and the restaurant is like the size of a living room, and I did want it to be that way, where it feels like you are just walking into someone's house for dinner. So yeah, it's become this lovely hub of food and love. I guess being a massive lover of seafood, I'd love to cook more with Scottish shellfish and fish. I think that because you get so many fishy flavours in Malaysia, it just ties in so well with the fact that we have an abundance of amazing seafood here, and I'd love to use it almost daily in the restaurant. That would be my absolute dream.
It's our mission to help Julie connect with new food producers.
We'll be searching the local area very stealthily on our new, quieter electric bikes, I hasten to add, to seek out suppliers she might not yet have discovered.
But first, we need to know a little more about what makes Julie and her restaurant tick.
Hello!
Hey,
Hello, nice to see you. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. I bet you didn't see us coming.
Great bikes. Very silent.
You don't know we're coming.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Welcome to Glasgow.
This is Shawlands. It's quite an interesting area. Is it a foodie place?
Oh, it's such a foodie place. The food is just, it's so diverse. We've got lots of Indian restaurants, lots of Pakistani restaurants, and a little Malaysian restaurant, which I'll show you very soon.
A Malaysian Glaswegian, which of course is you.
That is me through and through.
I'm dying to hear that story. How did that?
It always amazes me, Kingy, how often food is at the heart of a city's cultural evolution.
Absolutely. And Glasgow has always had an interesting history with Asian food. And I can't wait to see how Julie's evolving it in her own way.
So this is us here, the little restaurant.
Oh, wow. So that's Kopi Tiam.
Good pronunciation. Kopi means coffee, tiam means shop.
And that's yours.
Come on in, I'll show you. There we go.
Smells wonderful.
Doesn't it?
Good,
Oh,
good.
it smells great.
Been cooking already before you came to get the aromas going.
You walk through the door, it just takes you into a different world.
What's your story? Malaysian, Glaswegian?
Yeah, I am. So I'm a Glasgow girl through and through. Was born here. And I spent a little bit of time in Malaysia just over the summers and things when I was growing up. And I think that's where I kind of developed a palate for weird and wonderful flavours.
So what are we doing here?
So I am going to make you some dumplings today.
We're a bit of dim sum fanatics, shall we
Well,
say?
people say it's the best brunch that you could get, and I do believe that. I often have dumplings for breakfast. These mushrooms were foraged by one of our local suppliers. You normally use shiitake mushrooms in dumplings, but these ones are literally from the park round the corner, and they're so, so lovely, and they're cooked down with some soy, some ginger, and I actually have used Scottish potato as well. Now, the potato in that acts as a kind of binding agent, and the starchiness from it replaces the stickiness that you need from, say, pork fat or anything like that. So they're vegan and they're just so rich and meaty with that lovely mushroom in there.
And Glaswegian love the tatties.
We love a tatty. We love our chips, we love our tatties. So I feel like this one's great because often with Asian cooking, sometimes people get afraid that they can't access these ingredients, whereas this is all Scottish ingredients in here.
Which is great, because it's actually reflective of what Glasgow is about when it comes to its cuisine. It's inclusive, it's local, but it's also exciting and a bit spicy and vibrant. It's brilliant.
Now, the secret to a great dumpling is to make sure you keep all that lovely filling on the inside.
So some nice, careful pleating is required.
This little pinching part is the most important part. Right. That's when you make sure all the air bubbles are out and that they don't burst. There we go, our beautiful little mushroom parcel. Would you like to give it a go?
I'm not sure our fingers were built for this delicate work, Si.
They don't need to be perfect. They're there to be scoffed quickly. And it's more of like a kind of fun thing if you can get the pleats in, but if not, they taste just the same.
I've got some in, but not others.
Practice makes perfect, as they say. Just before you go to the boiling stage, I always just give them an extra pinch, just to make sure, and then it means that you don't get any kind of sad dumplings that have been fallen open. Right, I'm going to pop these in.
Of course, the beauty of this recipe is that we don't have to wait long. It's just a few minutes in the pot before Julie very delicately plates them up.
And because this is a fusion dish, those Scottish mushrooms get treated with wild local garlic, together with a little black vinegar, dark soy sauce and chilli oil.
Tuck in. Oh, you have a flower on your beard.
Julia, superb. Really fresh and lovely.
Tasty morsel.
So satisfying. They're really, really good.
Thank you, thank you.
I didn't think it was possible to become an even bigger fan of dim sum.
It's amazing how those locally foraged mushrooms really do add a texture of meatiness to the filling.
You're good at this, aren't you?
I would say that's fusion without the confusion.
Oh, that is
I like
a
what you
line.
did there.
I'm going to steal that.
I know I haven't used that before, right? That's a fresh one. No, they are truly lovely. There's so much going on flavour-wise.
What's great as well, it's all very balanced. Everything just sits really nicely together.
I have to say, that was pretty special. And this next dish looks even more exciting.
This is my favourite dish. It's called Singapore chili crab. And this is the sauce, and it is just so punchy. And you always find that crab is paired with delicate flavours, but I love the punchiness of this. I think you can pair really, really sweet crab like that with the kind of punchy
crab can
saltiness.
take it.
Would you like to cook a little bit more with seafood, do you think?
Yes,
you would?
definitely. I am such a fish lover. I love seafood, and especially just living in Scotland, there's such an abundance of
there
it.
is. It's the best in the world. It really is.
As a restaurateur, though, it must be a challenge to get a good price.
Yes, exactly.
A dish like this takes a huge amount of skill. There's potentially so many competing flavours.
Julie's creating her sauce from chilies, sugar and shrimp paste before placing the crab into the pan and combining the flavours.
The size of the legs.
Can I just have a look?
Yes,
Do you mind? Do you mind? And literally, you've just left that membrane in to keep all of that head meat and
and
body
all the
meat
flavour.
in. Oh, fantastic.
And I often pair this up just with steamed jasmine rice. But often, actually, because you've got so much sauce there, I've actually got some bread from our local suppliers, the bakers, and I've just got a kind of sweet brioche to mop up those sauces as well. So we've got a feast coming later.
After about 20 minutes, Julie adds some local wild garlic to give the flavours a little punch. But you wouldn't get that in Malaysia, would you?
You wouldn't, no, you wouldn't. So again, just a little Scottish twist. And just let that wilt down a little bit first.
Julie then adds whisked eggs to thicken the sauce and some coriander on top with a little extra garlic. All served with a brioche from her local supplier.
What a treat. Oh, man.
Oh, look at that, Kingy.
Oh, that is something else.
The sweetness of the brioche with the sambal, which has got some bite to it, it works so well.
A perfect fusion between great Scottish produce and an amazingly skilled hand at Malaysian cuisine.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's superb.
Thank you.
Scotland's got such a great tradition with game. Would you use any game?
I would love to use game, and actually, it's something admittedly that I've not explored within the restaurant, but you know, there's that really particular flavour with game.
There is.
Yeah.
I just think it would pair so well with these flavours, yeah.
Definitely.
But you know, you've cooked for us to tempt us into your world.
Indeed.
Can we cook for you to tempt you into our world?
And maybe for us, make some suggestions for you with maybe some of the ingredients that you haven't used before, maybe?
Oh, I would absolutely love that.
We need to get out there.
You do, yeah.
When we finish this, though.
Yeah.
Munch
Fantastic.
away, munch
Thank
away.
you so much.
No, thank you.
It's a very special place, this. Well, that's given us a great insight into what Julie's trying to achieve in her restaurant.
Our mission is to help her connect with some new producers that she might not yet have come across. We know Julie wants to use more local seafood, so we're heading some 30 miles south of Glasgow towards Scotland's glorious western coastline, on the hunt for langoustines.
We think this lovely shellfish will work perfectly with Julie's love of spice, so that's brought us to Troon, a fishing port on the mouth of the River Clyde.
Although Scotland's fishing industry has been hit hard in recent years, langoustines have been a huge success story.
More than 38,000 tonnes of the shellfish is landed in Scottish ports each year. That's about a third of the whole world's langoustine supply.
And we're looking to catch some of our own with the help of brothers Donald and Robin.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, good, all right, lads.
Good run up, yeah.
Yeah, you were smashing, thanks, yeah.
Ready for a bit of adventure in the high seas?
Of course,
Never
of course.
turned down a chance to go fishing.
So how many generations have been fishing then?
Well, we're the sixth generation.
And this is a
Sixth
family-owned
generation,
boat,
yeah.
isn't it?
Absolutely, Dave. It's been a great boat for us. When the weather's bad, you're putting your life in the boat's hands, you know?
It's fair to say there's been a few changes to not just the fishing industry since Donald's family first set sail. At the turn of the 20th century, a staggering fifth of all the ships in the world were made on Glasgow's River Clyde.
The industry's declined since then, of course, but perhaps the one positive side effect is there's less pollution in the river. And it's in these cleaner waters that the langoustines have thrived. Not sure what Donald's grandfather would have thought of that.
I mean, way back then, nobody was had heard of a prawn. I've probably seen a prawn, you know? And if they did catch prawns, they weren't interested, they would throw them away.
And by prawns, is what we mean langoustine.
Langoustine, yeah. There's many different names. Dublin Bay lobster, Nathrock, langoustine,
Yeah.
Norway lobster.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing.
And you sell directly to the public, don't
Direct
you?
to the public. It started off with a wee sort of thing on my own Facebook page. And we went to buy prawns, Troon Harbour. Some of the days we were coming in last year, there was 200 people waiting on us.
Wow.
I know.
Larger industrial boats often use a method called bottom trawling to catch their langoustines. It's controversial as dragging nets across the seabed can cause environmental damage.
But Donald and Robin have a different method. They use nets that sit above the seafloor.
We're designed to skim along the seabed. Our gear will stand about this high off the seabed. And it's like, if we're fishing in an area and we're still getting prawns, we'll never ever fish it till there's nothing left. We'll always go to the next bit.
It's good to hear that despite the number of years these boys have been out on the water, they're still thinking of future generations.
Too right, Dave. It doesn't help anyone if the boats fish the river dry, as they won't be able to enjoy a catch like this.
Langoustines are in the house. There's some fine big langoustines there, isn't
That's the
there?
nice big ones, aye.
Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No, that's it.
I wish I lived near you.
Aye,
I know when I come for me fish.
Exactly. I mean, it was all right. That was less than an hour, so it was all right.
You know, there's something quite satisfying about watching a family business in action. One that's been together through thick and thin for more than 20 years.
And it's also a good reminder of the work that goes into getting those delicious shellfish onto our plate. It's funny, actually, watching the nets go out. It's quite a heavy industry as well. It's not two fellas in a pot, is it?
Oh, that's right.
And that's the other thing as well, I think, Dave, that people forget. You know, it's a dangerous industry. As you say, heavy tackle, heavy gear, lots and lots of physical work in a dangerous environment.
Would you love it though, Robin?
Ah, it's great. You see, it's some of the things you see, but there's good sights, a few dolphins or a whale coming up next to the boat, or some good sunsets.
The boys just need to grade, gut and wash their catch to get it ready for the hungry customers waiting at the harbour.
It's such good fish, not frozen. You know, it's literally off the ocean floor, onto the stall the same day.
Dave and I have often said, and we'll absolutely stand by it, that the fish and shellfish that come off the waters of the UK is the best in the world. Full stop.
They are clean,
Look at that.
beautiful.
You see them raw, couldn't you?
What quality.
Well, it's a privilege to cook something like this, let alone eat it.
And it is, and you kind of want to cook it with a level of care and respect, don't
Yeah.
you? It's, look at that.
The price that they're retailing them at is really, really affordable, both for restaurants and the general public.
That's 2 2-kilo bags and some nice cod fillets there. That will be a total of £38.
Oh, wow! That's good. That is amazing value.
Don't let those langoustines out of your sight, mate. We've got some big plans for them.
We'll be cooking 3 dishes for Julie to showcase the local suppliers and their produce.
Our base for the week is Kennock's House, a Grade A listed home sitting in 20 acres of gorgeous Ayrshire countryside, complete with its own river.
It definitely feels like a place that should inspire us to do amazing things with the local produce.
It also sits in the heart of Rabbie Burns country.
Well, if it was good enough for him.
Oh, this is nice.
It is, isn't it? It's not too shabby.
Oh, lovely. It's big.
Obviously. We're big cooks. Now this.
Oh, I can see myself here.
I love it when we get to a new place. Oh.
Oh, wow, it's fab, isn't it?
Well, the kitchen's going to be brilliant. Yeah, there he is, Rabbie Burns.
Kennock's House goes back to the 17th century and was once the ancestral home of the ancient McAllister clan.
Oh, this is remarkable.
But fortunately for us, the appliances have been updated a bit since then.
Wow. Look at this kitchen, Kingy.
Oh, it's superb, isn't it?
Yeah.
This'll do us, mate. Now, I told you we had some big plans for those langoustines. For our first dish, we've been inspired by Julie's Scottish-Malaysian fused menu.
We know she's a huge fan of local produce.
That's our langoustines.
And we also know she's a fan of strong flavours and all things foraged.
So we're making langoustine ravioli in a gorgeous sauce inspired by one of Julie's dishes, but with a hairy biker's twist.
I like the dumplings she did. Do you remember?
I do.
Ravioli's a dumpling, isn't it?
It is an Italian one.
A bit of foraging, but all that wild garlic was just out of the garden.
Look at that. I love it at this when wild garlic's in season. It's
Oh,
gorgeous.
let's decorate it with the flowers. And we copied her, but that's a nod that we were listening.
While Si gets to work preparing those delicious langoustines, I'm making the pasta for the ravioli. I'm mixing up some whole eggs and egg yolks before pouring them into a very artistic flour crater.
A crater? It looks more like Krakatoa's exploded, man.
It's fine. It's working very well.
Once you've got things back under control,
3 tablespoons of olive oil going now, Kingy.
mix it together and add a splash of water to make the dough.
I'm giving this a kneading because I need some gluten to come, but I'm not going to knead it too much because I've found out if I just do a minimal kneading, I get a softer pasta.
Actually, it looks really quite light and
Yeah.
kind of airy and...
Well, the oil
nice
helps
to-
as well,
yeah,
because
yeah.
an awful lot of pasta recipes don't have oil in. So cling film this, leave chill it for a bit, whilst I bash on with the filling. Is the meat coming out all right?
These are so fresh, Dave, they're sticking to the shell. Remarkable. And I'm just going to crack these claws just to get all that lovely flavour out of them.
Once the langoustines have been deheaded and deveined, set the meat aside for the filling and add the shells into the pot to help make a lovely stock for the sauce.
What have we got in there, Kingy?
So I've got a medium onion,
Yeah.
just chopped, some celery, some carrot and a leek. Thyme, 2 lovely fresh bay leaves from the garden,
Yeah.
our langoustine and some chicken stock, half a litre and some water.
Yeah,
Done.
chicken stock works great with seafood, doesn't it?
I'm going to bring the stock to the boil and let it simmer for at least an hour.
Which means I better get a move on with the filling.
6 hand-dived Scottish scallops and a couple of egg whites. And we'll whip this up, and because the bowl's nice and cold, it should mousse up. So, of course, when it cooks, you get the scallop flavour, and the egg whites are going to bind it nicely. Smell it.
Oh, beautiful.
You can hear the seagulls, can't you? I'm just going to lightly chop these langoustine, you know, kind of into 3 or 4 pieces. I find the spring onions work really well with this. I think for us in Scotland, we'll put some tarragon in. Give it a little bit of aniseed flavour. I think that goes really well with the langoustine.
Next, we can start building it up in a big chilled bowl.
Langoustines, spring onions and tarragon, the zest of half a lemon. A scallop and egg white thingy-jingy. Fold this together. And some seasoning. Would you be so kind as to put this back into the freezer? I'll clean down and let's get the pasta machine out.
Right.
I love this bit.
Once you've rolled out the sheets of pasta, use a cutter to create the discs to whichever size you prefer. Put a healthy spoonful of the langoustine mixture into the middle, run a wet finger around the edge and place the top disc on to seal. They'll only need to simmer for about 8 minutes or so.
Which leaves me time to get on with the sauce.
Right, that's the stock strain, so I reduce it by half. You need about 300 ml.
In goes some shallots, chopped plum tomatoes and sparkling wine.
What wine are you using, Kingy?
A Scottish sparkling, believe it or not, and it's fab.
Wow. You don't think of the Scots making wine, do you?
You don't?
Add the reduced langoustine stock, cook for a few minutes, then stir in some creme fraiche and butter. I'm adding another wild touch to finish.
If you could pass us those wild garlic leaves.
Should we just break them so it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just wilt those, and then some of the basil.
It's just a handful, isn't it? A small handful.
It is. Just let them wilt.
Beautiful.
The perfect way to show off those lovely langoustines fresh from Donald and Robin's boat.
Well, it looks great.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let's see what these ravies are like, eh? That is really lovely.
The scallops, they're there, but it gives the filling of the langoustines such a great texture.
And also there's a little bit of gravitas to them as well, which is really nice. It's great. It eats really well, actually.
I like that.
I have to say, there's nothing quite like a trip down memory lane to work up an appetite.
It's great to be back in Scotland, though, isn't it?
Oh, hey, you know what? I'm really, really, really enjoying it.
Yeah, because it's when a biker started. I was living in Scotland when I met you.
That's right, you were.
Aye.
Huntly, Aberdeenshire.
Aye.
And meeting someone new who's doing something so original, well, that's just great for pushing us forward too.
Julie, what an inspiring character and great food.
I just love Julie's ethos. She wants to know where all the produce comes from.
We've got to go a bit funky, haven't we? A little bit hipster.
Now, what she was saying was that she does cook with some seafood, but she hasn't expanded her repertoire.
No.
Nor has she cooked with game.
Well, it's Scotland.
Well, it's got to be done.
Game, we can do that, can't we?
For our next ingredient, we've jumped on our bikes to head deep into the glorious Ayrshire countryside.
We're heading south some 40 miles from Julie's restaurant in Shawlands on the hunt for that most Scottish of meats, venison. Scotland has the largest population of red deer in all of Europe, but I think venison has taken a while to catch on in Britain, maybe because people consider it a little posh.
Nobody could accuse us of that, Si, but I think people are now switching on to it. Venison's got great flavour, it's low in fat and high in protein.
Top of Scottish farm.
This is it.
Hello, welcome to Whitehill.
Thank you.
Whitehill is a red deer farm run by Benita and Surya, who arrived here via India and Dubai after deciding to swap their high-tech careers in the desert for the green grass and muddy wellies of Scotland's countryside.
Oh, hello, everybody. Hi.
Oh, and they brought their families with them too to help muck in.
Well, I mean, you're farming venison, which is possibly one of the most Scottish of products that we see it.
Right. And we keep the local breed here.
Right.
It has not been mixed with a European one. So it's a pure Scottish bloodline we have taken it.
Now,
Yeah, right.
we know that you come from Dubai originally and you were engineers.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
How have you ended up?
Dubai, for all its lovely stuff, is still very artificial. The green is what you miss. We just
Yeah,
thought, why
she
not?
always asks, like, what exactly you want to do when you'll retire, how you want to live your life. So as you know, like in Scotland, you'll say mountains, greenery, lake.
Take.
And she says, why can't you do it now?
So you're the troublemaker then in all of this.
Yeah, you kind of have one life, so we might as well do it. But again, we were very, very sure we don't want to do cattle farming. We don't want to do...
Not a traditional farming. That
How long have you been here?
This is the third year.
Third year.
How much space do you have here?
We have around 300 plus. So it's quite a big one.
With woodland?
Yeah, woodlands. But I don't want to do the intensive farming here.
No.
I just want to give them a good life.
Do you think we may be able to taste some?
Oh,
Sure,
yes.
definitely.
I thought you were never going to ask, mate.
Well, I was just being polite, wasn't I? But I'm really intrigued by the look of that dish.
Have you ever had venison pickle before?
No.
Would you like to taste some?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, well, you know. Thank you.
So does it smell mustard? No?
Oh, it's fantastic. Curry leaf, mustard,
Ginger.
ginger, cumin.
Very few ingredients. You can taste the meat. It doesn't overpower the meat.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that venison is superb. I've not had venison like that ever.
No.
This would be the traditional way of cooking normally as well.
What cut of venison is this?
This one has a
Haunch.
The haunch. So haunch is the best part of it.
Oh,
And if you want to have the curry, then the shoulders. Yeah.
The pickle is shoulder because it could take some time to cook, but haunch cooks very, very fast.
So you just need 4 to 5 minutes to cook this
Literally.
beef one, yeah.
Oh, well, it melts. Oh, that is unbelievable. I've never eaten venison like that.
No, I haven't either. You know, the texture-wise, sometimes, you know, like venison can be hard work. But the texture, to me, it's as soft as the loin of lamb.
Right.
It is. And how old does the venison need to be?
It has to be like from 17 months
Yeah.
to 27 months. But you have to see the animal, whether he's healthy, whether he's grown big. So those are very important. It's not just years or months.
I'm so impressed by how the venison held those exotic flavours.
And you've also got to be pretty impressed by Bonita and Surya's story too.
Surya and Bonita, what an inspiring couple. I mean, to have that passion to do something, I mean, mad. From India to Dubai, to getting an atlas, to thinking Scotland, working out what you're going to farm, I'm going to be a farmer, and doing it.
Oh, Dave, there's a big lad down at the bottom. Absolutely magnificent. Such noble creatures.
Most of them are pregnant now, so they are in the last month.
Yeah?
The gestation period is 8 months.
8 months for one calf.
One calf.
And do you have to intervene with calving?
Nothing.
Or you nothing?
That's a natural way.
Totally
And
natural.
even if they are there, we can't help it. As soon as you touch the calf, they will abandon.
All right.
Julie told us how important it is to find producers who care about and love food as much as she does.
I think we might have hit on a winner here, Dave, you know.
The animals were so well cared for, and the food, that mixture of venison, probably the most noble, classic Scottish dishes, but paired with these wonderful kind of northern Indian spices. And by crikey, it worked.
I think it would be a really good match for Julie because venison will take a lot of flavour and spice, as they demonstrated. I have never honestly tasted venison like it. It was unbelievable because they slaughter at the right time, it's the right herd, everything is absolutely correct. And they're native red deer to Scotland, so clever people.
You're beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
The lovely animals.
Yeah. Wow. You couldn't get much more different to Dubai, though, could
yes.
you?
I agree.
It's great.
Talk about stark contrast. It's wonderful.
Time to grab that venison and head back to base.
As we've been inspired to create a dish to show off that wonderful local product.
I think it's going to be interesting, this, actually, because, as Julie was saying, she doesn't normally work with game.
No, but it's going to be enhanced by Asian flavours that she loves.
It kind of gives her an idea what the venison and what those sort of Asian flavours sit like with that sort of meat.
We're making bao bun char siu venison, a wonderful mix of the traditional and the new.
Bao buns are on trend, aren't they?
Yeah, very much so.
Like the hipsters of Shawlands are going to love a bao bun.
Right, I'll get started. For the dough, I'm going to mix in some plain flour, sugar, baking powder, some instant yeast, milk, vegetable oil and water.
That's it. Right. Mix it up.
Just stop when you've got a fairly stiff dough.
Look at that, Kingy, look at that.
Fab.
So, rest it for 10 minutes.
OK.
And we're on our way to bao bunness.
Lovely.
Once the 10 minutes are up and the dough is thoroughly rested, I can start kneading until it's smoothed out.
I think this will make 8 reasonable-sized bao buns. Right. It's nice, isn't it?
Nice dough. Oh, yeah, lovely.
Put that aside till it's doubled in size for an hour or so.
Look at this.
Now for the main ingredient. We were going to use the loin, but we were so impressed by the venison haunch, we've gone for that instead.
That is beautiful.
It is nice meat,
It is.
isn't
It's
it?
very lovely. I'm just going to let it sit for a bit. But I'll concentrate on the sauce first, I think.
Now, I've deliberately gone for strong flavours because the venison can take it. So, in goes some ginger, garlic, mirin, some sake, hoisin sauce, some soy sauce, cinnamon and star anise.
God, you're creating like a flavour mine, aren't you?
It needs to be intense, and I really want to push those flavours through the venison so Julie can kind of take confidence in massive flavours, beautiful, beautiful sticky sauce with it, you know, just to get her going with it, you know.
Brilliant.
I'm going to poke holes all over the meat so the marinade can penetrate. Then it gets submerged in that lovely sauce and on goes a little cartouche.
And cartouche basically is just a bit of greaseproof paper or something similar. And you just stick it on the top and it just helps stop the evaporation, doesn't it? Stick it on the stove, bring it to the boil and simmer it until the meat is tender.
I think it'll be great for the venison to have a little bit of company inside those buns, so I'm going to make some Japanese pickled vegetables.
I'll make the pickle with moolie, a couple of carrots, bit of ginger.
Chop and peel the veg before using a mandolin to shred it as finely as your fingers will allow.
Beautiful.
Then add some Japanese vinegar and sugar.
I'll just put this in the fridge, mate, for later.
Which gives me time to check the char siu marinade.
You know what, mate? That's done. So, I'll let it cool.
I think my dough's just about ready, so I'll start making bao buns.
Grand.
After an hour of resting, the dough has risen to twice its original size, so it's time to get rolling.
It's a bit like pizza. I'm going to go quite brave on and make it reasonably thin on the assumption that it's going to swell up. You know the bao buns you want to fold over and a split?
Yeah.
And actually what you do is you oil it. We cut. Uno. I want more of an elliptical shape. So I'm just going to roll it like that. Now, oil me chopstick. Top tip this. Chopstick on there. Fold it over, like so. And you can slide your chopstick out. And that's your bao bun ready for steaming.
To make sure the venison gets properly soaked in flavour, I'm removing it from the sauce, patting it dry before wrapping it in cling film.
Got to be quite roughy-tufty with it. I'm going to stick that in the fridge now.
Yep.
I'm going to reduce this by half so it's really thick and syrupy.
Yep.
And then when the bao buns are ready, we'll just slice these off, fry them, baste them in that beautiful sauce, whack it in the bun.
Well, I better get those bao buns ready then.
So into my bamboo steamer, there's little packets of joy. You've got to make sure there's about 2 centimetres between them.
Aye, because they fluff up like a good one, don't they?
I'm going to steam them for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, mate, look at these. The bao buns are now done.
Oh, fab, they're great, man.
Yeah, all right, aren't they?
Well, this is done. I've reduced it. Look, nice syrup.
It's beautiful. It's intense, isn't it?
Very.
The venison is fried and basted with the reduced sauce, turning regularly until the meat is dark and sticky.
All right, we're ready, aren't we?
We are.
Take 1 bao bun. Look at that. There you go. Lovely pickles.
And finish with the char siu sauce, a fusion of Scottish produce and exotic flavours, just like Julie's restaurant.
Cheers. Mamma mia.
That venison is so good.
What the buns. So soft and comforting. It's been a good, honest dish, and I think this is one of the best things we've ever cooked.
I think you're right, mate. It's absolutely beautiful. And the venison, again, superb.
I have to say, it's been so amazing being back in Scotland. The people, the food, and these roads, of course. All as fantastic as I remember.
But although things do feel familiar, Dave, there's also a sense of change in the air, wouldn't you agree? People like Julie, who's doing something so new in her restaurant. We're heading down the coast towards Ayr, on the last leg of our journey, to a family business called Blackthorn.
We're on the hunt for something that's vital for every chef. Julie loves using strong seasonings in her cooking, and we think these flavours could be enhanced by using some very special salt that's produced in a very special way. Just take a look at that majestic tower.
Blimey, it's like something from the Game of Thrones. Or maybe Game of Thorns, one of the two.
Oh, here's the gang.
Hello.
Oh, hi, guys. Hi there, hi. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah, very good to meet you too.
This is so beautiful.
This amazing structure, made from wood and blackthorn tree, is the vision of husband and wife team Gregory and Worley. They run the company alongside Malky, an experienced salt maker who's also the one who built that magnificent thorny tower.
What's the family history and fascination with salt?
Yeah, I think the salt's kind of in my blood and in my veins. The family business has been importing salt. I was an architect, working away quite happily, and then sort of joined the family business. And at that stage, you know, I've always been keen on food and sort of combined the three, really. Combined sort of salt, food and architecture all into one thing here, I think. I came across this structure in Poland and Germany, and we were looking for something that was going to be, you know, a very natural way to make salt. And Blackthorn, it's really good for that, you know.
Absolutely beautiful and appropriate to its environment, which is always good, isn't it?
What I love about this system is its simplicity. Seawater is poured down from the top. It runs through the blackthorn and the sun and the coastal winds evaporate it. What's left turns into a sort of brine, which is collected at the bottom.
And it's that wall of blackthorns that's causing that separation as the seawater drifts through.
Yeah, so it's Blackthorn. I'm sure you've probably been slow picking and stuff. It's got those really sharp thorns.
Yes,
on
no,
it.
it has. I've just put a hedge in at home.
That's kind of what we're looking for, because it sort of stretches the water out more, it spreads it out more. It is the best sort of natural product that you can have to spread it out so much.
And you pack it in as tightly as you can, but no matter how tight you have it, the wind can still get through it, and that's always brushing out the water that we're trying to get shot of.
You see, what I love is that the ancient world had more answers than questions, and more answers for us in the modern world that we ignore.
How long will the blackthorn last? Because presumably it's not going to last indefinitely.
No, that's a good question. We don't actually know yet. We think it's going to be about 7 to 10 years.
Oh, gosh, that's brilliant.
But the good thing about it is that it's about 7 to 10 years growth. So we can then harvest the same blackthorn every time we need to replace it.
And that's incredibly gentle on the planet that we all live on.
Absolutely.
And Malky is incredibly happy about that, because you were the poor devil that had to put the blackthorn in the frames. Flipping heck.
Worth it in the end.
How long did it take?
3 months. 3 hard, long months. No.
It was winter too, wasn't it?
It was right in the middle of the winter.
Because you can only harvest blackthorn in January and February.
Yeah, when it's dormant.
Yeah, exactly.
The tower isn't just a triumph of design, it's also a great feat of engineering, supporting those thorns that play a pivotal role in creating the salt's unique taste.
Do you want to see inside?
I'd love to. I'd love to. Is it this way?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It may be old tech, but this incredible structure can hold up to 26,000 litres of seawater. And I can't wait to get a glimpse under the bonnet to see how it works.
Aye, it's like pulling back the curtain in The Wizard of Oz, isn't it?
You know, full load is 26,000 litres. We evaporate 24,000 litres.
Oh, right, wow.
So we're left with 2,000 litres at the end. So it's a huge amount of water that we're evaporating. We have to pump the water up and down until we get to about 22% concentrated brine, and then we take it off into the bath for the final process. So yeah, come on in. This is the pan.
After the evaporation process, what's left is brought to the pan house and heated in this bath, where the salt crystals start to form.
So you can see they're forming on the top. So they start very small, and then they gradually grow till they come up to the sizes that you can see on here. And when they get to a certain size, they then sink down to the bottom.
Look at that. That is just perfectly symmetrical. It's just amazing.
This looks like an Aztec pyramid.
We then have to take them out of the bottom. So if you have a shot and see if you can just go in and scrape down onto the bottom.
Oh, God. There's loads.
Wow!
Oh, that's incredible. Oh, look at those.
Yeah.
That's quality salt.
It has to be one of the purest products you can possibly put on your plate.
Seawater has pretty much every element around, so every mineral that there is there. So you end up with a small amount of those in each crystal.
Now, we can't leave without having a little taste test, can we?
Wow.
On Julie's behalf, of course.
Berkshire tatties. Just out, so they're...
Potatoes and salt.
I'm going to crush this all over my steak.
I just love being able to eat in the shadow of the Blackthorn Tower.
It's just fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit special.
Thank you.
Well, the salt as well, centre stage. I'll tell you what, I've had such a great day. I'm in awe of the imagination, but the produce, the product, it tastes amazing. It's a great flavour enhancer. Yes.
Kind of all about making the flavours you have pop and really...
Yeah.
Pop and sing.
Yeah.
Get them going,
It's savoury without making you go...
It's just ingenious. I love it. I love it because it's completely natural. It's a really low carbon footprint. There's nothing, just nature doing what nature does. Amazing.
Oh, yes, Si and I have... we've been talking about this. We've both got a really good idea of how to showcase this to Julie in all its wonderful forms. It's only going to make her food better. And it's not going to cost much. And it's just down the road in Glasgow. It's a win-win for everybody.
So we're back into the kitchen to prepare our final dish.
And as Julie's on her way, we better get cracking.
We're going to be using that lovely salty goodness from blackthorn to create a spiced salt-baked sea bass with a curried mussel sauce and some spiced rumble thumps.
I think it's genius, this one. This is a celebration of Scottish seafood at its finest.
What we do is we take one of Scotland's fabulous wild sea bass.
Yes.
We spice that salt up because, as we well know, the Scots always love a bit of spice. And we'll do a spiced salt crust.
And we've never done a salt-crusted fish, ever.
So while Si begins on the sea bass, I'm starting work on the curried mussel sauce. Into a sauté pan goes some shallot, garlic and olive oil to cook on a medium heat.
Meanwhile, I'll be attempting the delicate task of separating 6 medium eggs to make the spiced salt crust.
Right, I'm going to whip this to firm peaks, David.
Is that using egg whites to kind of bind the salt?
Exactly, yeah, because it just creates a better crust.
pretty happy with that consistency, so it's time to add some of that spice that we know Julie loves.
I love this bit. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of garam masala and then the same, about 2 tablespoons of whole fennel seed and some turmeric.
And after that, I need to fold the mixture.
And then now, we'll just start to add the salt. Just a bit at a time.
My shallots and garlic have been cooking for about 5 minutes, so time to add some wine and prepare those mussels.
I'm just going to chop these mussels roughly, because, I mean, they're not going to appear in the sauce. I'm going to strain it offside, but I just want all the flavour that's in there.
We're using wild sea bass for this recipe, but if you're on a budget, you can easily use farmed instead.
Trimmy's tail. And then we want a base of this lovely spiced salt crust mixture, and we'll just layer a bed of that. And just pat it down, there's no rhyme or reason particularly. You might be thinking, flipping, Nora, that's a bit heavy on the spices, but it's just such a gentle way to flavour the sea bass. It's lovely.
My sauce is reduced by half, so in goes the mussel meat, some cream and curry powder. Follow that with a good glug of fish stock.
And add some coriander.
Right, while you're bringing that to the boil, mate, I've just gutted this sea bass and I'm just going to put it on that bed that I made before. And then I'm going to stuff the cavity in here. You can use lime, you can use lemon, but the most important thing is the fresh herbs, coriander and parsley. Get it in there.
It's almost this self-creating oven.
Yeah.
Because the salt's going to seal everything in. Those flavours you put in are going to steam through the fish, but the aromats in the salt are going to go through the fish too.
And to give that fish a kick, slice the chilli lengthways and add it to the stuffing.
And my mussel sauce is beginning to look a little spicy too.
I'm just going to pop the coriander into the sauce to finish it off. I'm going to force all these solids as much as I can through that sieve to extract every last bit of flavour out of my solid matter. And this I'm going to reduce.
And while Si continues to fiddle with his sea bass, I'm going to turn my hand to the rumble thumps. Rumble thumps are essentially Scotland's answer to our bubble and squeak, leftover veg and potato. And keeping with the spicy theme, I'm going to make them exotic rumble thumps. You could do these with kale or spring cabbage, but I'm using cavolo nero, which has such a good strong flavour. Remove the spines and finely shred.
Right, I'm going to have to take this into the oven because if I don't, I'll continue to fiddle with it.
Aye.
Pop it into a preheated oven and bake at 180 degrees for 20 minutes.
I prepared some potato and turnip, so while Si helps me by dicing a shallot, I'm going to town with my flavours.
I want a green chilli. I think I will take the seeds out of this. See, normally this is served as a side dish with melted cheese on the top, or it's a great, actually, vegetarian main dish. But I think with what we've got going on, we don't want cheese to enter into this. I'll have a piece of ginger in this as well, I think. Put the green chilli in here. That can sweat down with the shallot. Julie and me, bits of ginger. After all, it's cold a lot in Scotland, and ginger's warming.
I'm also adding cumin seeds, asafoetida, turmeric, ground cumin and ground coriander.
Let these roast for a little bit. And all we've got to do now is to mash in the cavolo nero, the turnip and the potatoes.
You know what, mate? I think the timing of this is going to be pretty spot on. Julie's not too far away, so that's great.
Right, the tatties are going. Let's break that down. Lemon juice. I found the lemon juice brings it together. It sharpens it up. Definitely needs a little bit of salt. And some pepper. Oh, Si, that's spot on. Should have set that aside and we can crisp it up just before we serve.
Perfect.
All that's missing is Julie. I hope she's brought her appetite.
Well, the sauce is done. Fish is in the oven. Rumble thumps are done. I suppose she's going to be here soon. Just have a bit of a tidy up.
Bit of a tidy up and I'll make a cup of tea.
Yeah. It's going to be some buffet, this.
I have to say, I'm feeling excited and a little bit nervous.
Me too, mate, but it's not really about our recipes, is it? We're here to show off the quality of the ingredients from the producers we've found.
It's a bit like speed dating, really. You know, bring them all to the table, and who knows, you might have a very successful marriage. I really feel proud of a little bit of matchmaking. I feel a tingle that something good could be happening, you know.
Well, there's no going back now.
Well, we've done 3 dishes inspired by the suppliers that we found.
We listened to what you were saying and just, you know, we knew that you hadn't worked with venison very much and game.
Shellfish as well.
Yeah.
And I think we found a solution to getting it at a good price as well, and 100% dependable.
I can't wait to hear your secrets. This is amazing.
First up is the sea bass, fresh out of the oven.
This one is from a salt producer called Blackthorn, and it's Blackthorn salt, Scottish sea salt.
Yeah.
But Si's done this, and what he's done is he's got that salt, which is Scottish, and then packed that with fennel, star anise. It's baking the aroma from the salt into the fish, and this is a Scottish rumble thumps.
Oh.
But we've done exotic spiced rumble thumps, so it's a bit like a potato curry as well.
Wow.
So we thought that would go with that, and we have a mussel curry sauce to go on the top.
That's that one.
It's quite intense.
I just love how you've managed to get these spices within all of these Scottish ingredients. It's just incredible.
That's what you do.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Well, that would be a nice special for 4 to put on the table in front of people.
That would be. And you imagine the kind of, almost like the theatre style presentation of this. You would love to see customers' faces as they open that up. That's just such an ingenious idea.
Well, you do something similar with the crab, and that's all we've kind of done, really.
Yeah.
We've kind of just taken that one step further for you.
I love the fact that you've got the kind of curry, fishy flavours all together. This is my lucky day.
Yeah.
Now, that is just the most melt in the mouth, amazing, wholesome flavours from sea bass I've ever had. It's just wonderful.
Hey, that went down well, mate. Let's hope our langoustine ravioli, inspired by our trip out onto the water with Donald and Robin, is equally as successful.
So it's langoustine and scallop ravioli, and the sauce is a reduction from the langoustines.
The smells that I'm getting are absolutely incredible.
But we've been out on the Clyde fishing for langoustines on a trawler with 2 brothers who sell direct to the public, direct to restaurants. So the price, we feel, is really competitive and useful.
Oh, that is just absolutely amazing. The langoustine in there is just so sweet. And the sauce that you've got with it too.
We feel it could maybe take some more spice, but that's where your genius comes in.
And it's just great, you know, because you've got that Malaysian feel to it, and the langoustines can't take that.
Well, I am just overwhelmed.
Our final dish is one that might surprise Julie the most.
Now, we know that Julie has a fantastic bakery supplier, so she can source bao buns. But will she like our choice of filling?
This is a char siu venison
Oh my goodness.
bao bun.
I have never thought to do char siu with venison.
We've just found the most amazing venison
so
producers.
clever.
And this is so tender, and it's the haunch.
Oh, wow.
So it's economical.
Yes.
And see what you think. And it's just like a little kind of Japanese pickle salad with it. Just pickled for about half an hour.
Oh, both of you have outdone yourself. That is just absolutely incredible. I love the gamey flavours that you get with the kind of soy sauce, and you can get the sweetness in the background of it as well. And within that soft, pillowy bao bun. Oh, my goodness.
The venison is very special because it's native breed, so it's red deer, that relationship.
Exactly.
And everybody that we've been to see, without a shadow of a doubt, you love, because they've got a similar ethos.
And they want a relationship too that's long-lasting and mutually beneficial.
Knowing that we can use the flavours that you have shown here with things like venison, with things like the langoustine, which is just, it's so close by to Glasgow. I think our customers would love that. I think you've opened a new door for us. I am in foodie heaven, and I can't wait to meet the friends that you've made around Glasgow. This has just warmed up my heart, and the food just sings. It's absolutely wonderful.
Can't say better than that.
Oh, well, I have to say, I'm pretty chuffed with that, mate.
Absolutely, dude. What a great end to a wonderful visit.
You know, it's been so lovely to be back in Scotland, because I haven't been for a while. And what's been great is to look again at how Scotland's cuisine is alive and well and as multicultural as it ever was.
Do you know, I'm so pleased. I think it's gone brilliant with Julie. And she has asked for the addresses of the suppliers that we found for the venison, the langoustines and the salt. And she generally wants to work with them.
I feel like you can taste all of the good flavours when you know that something has been farmed in the correct way. And to know these suppliers who are doing every single step in the right way is just so reassuring for restaurateurs.